Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Entre Mike. I'm back with another video. I know I've been gone for a minute. In this video, I guess we're gonna talk about, is it worth it to get into hotshot trucking of 2023? If you are gonna start hotshot trucking in 2023, some things you should do before that can really help you out and put you ahead. I'm at Entre right now, getting loaded. Gilmer Logistics, whatever they call themselves now. Where I'm about to get loaded with some cement boarding, going to Dayton, Ohio. So, number one thing, like I said, I always start this way in videos like this. It's going to be a subjective answer. It's not going to be something that's set in stone, that's based on everybody. It's going to be based on you. It's going to be based off your location. What's the market like in your location? What type of equipment you're trying to run? Do you have your CDL or not? Do you have experience? Whether that's experience in driving or experience in sales, because you are entering the business of sales. You have to sell yourself as a company and let brokers know why your rate is better than the next guy's rate and why you're a better carrier than that guy's in order to get a better rate. So we're also still in times of, there are talks of a recession, and we still got low freight volumes, not record low freight volumes. If anything, showing articles from Freight Waves just showing that freight is more in a normalized state. There is a normal volume of freight for this time of year. If anything, it's about to rise just because of the season for open decks, but freight is pretty normal right now. It's not at record lows or substantially lower than what it was before COVID. It's more normal, but at the same time, we had over 200,000 authorities that started around COVID, so we still we still have too many carriers at this point. So with that being said, no matter what time of trucking you get in, it's not going to be a perfect time, because it's a lot more competition. It's a lot more eyes on this industry that want to join and make money just like you. I wouldn't look at it as a negative thing, but when you coming in, if you're not somebody who's willing to compete or somebody who's afraid of a challenge, this just might not be the industry for you. But the people who are dedicated, are motivated, are ready to wake up every day before their competitor. And also, I think, this is just my opinion, I think it could be a good time for you guys to join. You need to have a plan, a structure. You need to know what you're willing to spend to get into this industry. It's a very expensive industry to start. And once you do start, be patient with the options that you're choosing. I'm going to just be honest about the Dodge Ram trucks that I've had. The 2018 Tradesman, 4th generation Dodge Ram versus the 5th generation is 2022 Laramie. I've had way more DPF or DEF issues with this truck. It's almost, every other month where the regeneration on this truck is just, I'm not going to say it's piss poor, but it's not as good as the 4th generation trucks. And I would do more research on that, because that's something I wasn't really doing too much research on. I just felt like if I was going to get in the hotshot, get a Dodge, because that's what 90% of the community drive. Huh? I also haven't been hearing bad things about the newer Fords, like Fords after I think 2020, if I'm not mistaken. So, like I said, do more research than me. I never made like detailed videos on what type of truck you guys should buy. I'm more so in trailer type, because the truck is a truck, and it can be more important than the trailer. But as far as the trailer, I would just look into, if you don't have your CDL, you can get it. If you don't want to get your CDL though, make sure you can get the longest trailer possible. Make sure you get the longest trailer possible. And before you buy that truck or that trailer, go get you an insurance quote. Go get you a quote on insurance. See how much it'll be for your state. If you guys want, you can check out Daniel's link in the description. His channel name is Truck Insurance. And if you guys just go sign up a quote, you can go do a consultation with him. It's a lot of things that if I had access to, being brand new and not knowing about, I would do that. I would go speak to somebody who knew about the industry, who's helped hundreds of companies already start their businesses. That way, you're not kind of just shooting in the dark and, I think I got a truck, and I'm gonna just call Progressive blindly. Schedule an appointment, schedule a call, figure out what your insurance down payment will be, or what your monthly payment would be. My bad, I think I'm about to get loaded. Let's see. Gotta be ready to talk. All right, man, see you later.
All right, see you later, brother.
Have a nice day.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yes, sir, you too. But I'm driving now. I'm on the way to Dayton, Ohio. But these are all the things I want you guys to think about before you make the decision to start a hotshot company. All right, first I want you guys to think about, you guys might hear a little bit of wind in the noise. I gotta get this weather stripping fixed. But I want you to think about your day-to-day operations. I think as long as you're, like I said, I know I was speaking on competing. If you're willing to, instead of delegating a lot of services out nowadays, if you're gonna be an independent owner operator, you're gonna have to learn how to do everything by yourself, in my opinion. Because doing everything by yourself, being creative, like, you know, finding ways to sleep at night, like building a bed in your back seat, that's what's gonna save you money in the long run. And, you know, you can spend upwards $4,000 a month on hotels if you don't. And you can spend upwards of maybe $2,000 to $3,000 depending on how good you do, you know, as far as running throughout the month on dispatch. But really, I feel like getting into the market now, I don't want to know how to work your way around load boards, how to talk to people, how to build relationships with brokers. It would be good to have some direct contacts. I'm actually going to be running a direct customer load pretty soon, sometime mid-April. But I don't get them often, because you got to realize when you're getting into the LTL sector, specifically open deck with hot shots, in my opinion, it's kind of like, it's very, very rare to find something super dedicated. Now car hauling is an option. Car hauling, I know, you know, whether you get a, you know, 3 or 4 car hauler, 5 car hauler, they seem to be able to consistently find, you know, sort of contract. But for open deck general freight, we may get better rates for the most part, in my opinion. But we're more so, you know, one pick, one drop, and they're only paying one weight most of the time. So it's not a lot of round trip activity with general freight on an open deck. At least for that I see for flatbed hotshot. It may be a ton of opportunities out there that I'm just unaware of. That's why I always tell you guys to do more research outside of just this channel. But I realize a lot of people are still tuning in to the channel, checking out the content. So I just want to give my updated input on, is it possible? Because I think it's more possible now than last year around this time, because we seen like a super big spike in fuel. Freight was probably around the same as now, especially the rates. So I think it's a chance, but like I said, just be more selective on the equipment you get. Make sure you're not, you know, buying anything that's trash, but at the same time, don't break the bank trying to get something new. And then for all the people who are curious what it's like to actually, you know, run a business every day. Like I said, for all the people who are competitors, for all the people who are, I don't even want to just say hungry, because sometimes when you sound like you're hungry or you're starving for something, you're kind of desperate. I don't want you guys to be desperate, but just attack it with a mindset that it can be done. And I think it can be done. I think most of why I've been able to survive so long is just knowing I can't fail, if that makes sense. Because if I fail, I lose everything I got. But that's really with any business that you run. So, and don't be afraid to start off as a company driver. There's plenty of companies still hiring. Don't be afraid to go get your CDL. Getting your CDL could probably be one of the easiest licenses to get, especially now, because they're not really teaching you how to drive, in my opinion, or teaching you how to pass the test. Which you can see that as a good or a bad thing. I'm just letting you know the CDL school is super easy. Once you pass the permit, you're just out there practicing, having fun, really getting to know a bunch of cool guys, getting into the same industry as you. I'll make a how to start hotshot video. I don't think I made a video on how to start a hotshot company, but that's kind of like what I'm going into rather than a should you start, because most of my every year I kind of make a video like this, and this one isn't negative at all. I actually think, like I said, I think things are starting to get more normalized, so there's actually a chance of, you know, making it out, because it's more carriers exiting than joining in the past, I think 4 or 5 months, which usually is a lot of red flags for everybody to say, well, why are so many people leaving? You kind of, if you really want to get in this industry, you got to see that as an opportunity, while people are afraid to come in and make something out of it. And it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, trust me. There's been plenty of times where I just felt like quitting the same day. There's been plenty of times, but I bet you everybody who's had a business before has felt like that at some point. If they haven't, then, you know, maybe you can be that 1.01% where everything goes perfect. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for more. It's your boy Entre. Peace.